Hey guys, welcome back to our continuing coverage of Wizard World right here at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. Our next guest, no stranger to the Chicago spotlight. He has starred on the screen with superstars like Jane Seymour, Daniel Craig, Eugene Levy, Jamie Lee Curtis. The list goes on and on. Next month, he can be seen in a movie I am very excited about, along with James Franco-directed Zeroville, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Thomas Ian Nicholas. How's it going, man?
It's going very well. It's got a great rest of the cast as well. Danny McBride, Will Ferrell, Seth Rogen, Megan Fox.
This trailer...
I play Martin Scorsese, which I don't think I appear in the trailer. They had like some other, like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg
talking about sharks and stuff. This trailer literally broke the internet, at least for me and everybody that I hang with. This movie looks amazing, but I know very little about it. I want to read you the IMDb synopsis of Zeroville. A young actor arrives in Hollywood in 1969 during a transitional time in the industry, and that's it. That's the entire IMDb synopsis.
Well, it says in there somewhere in the articles, based on the 2007 book Zeroville. I feel remiss. I'm forgetting the author's name, but yes, it's based on the book Zeroville.
Well, tell us a little bit about the story of the movie, man, because everybody's pretty excited. It comes out September 27th.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a wild ride, and it's sort of like the indie version of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Convenient timing,
yes,
man.
A convenient timing. Well, it's not their fault. They sold it at Toronto a few 1 or 2 years ago. And the company that bought it went out of business, so it got held up in paperwork for a while.
Okay, so it's been pretty much sitting in the can for a little bit.
Exactly.
Well, very excited about Zeroville. You're in Chicago. Chicagoans take their Chicago movies very, very, very seriously. I'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about Rookie of the Year. Chicagoans hold this movie in their heart, right up there with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right up there with the Blues Brothers, the Untouchables. When you're at Wrigley Field, when you're in the city of Chicago, tell us a little bit about the love. Do you feel the love from the Chicago fans every time you're back?
I feel the love. My buddy Joe, who owns Obvious Shirts, just made me a custom shirt that states, "The second city is my second home."
Awesome.
My wife is from Chicago. I'm not, but like I said, it's my second home, and I feel the love.
So when you're at Wrigley Field, can you share with us maybe one of your most memorable fan experiences of getting recognized as young Henry Rowan Gardner? Did you ever get recognized much?
Yeah, it happens for sure. It happened even a couple times today when I was at the game without my Rowan Gardner jersey.
Go Cubs.
I don't know. My favorite moment is when I get to go on the field for the first pitch.
Yeah.
I just love being on the field and having the memories of when I shot it in 92. We were the first movie, because Ferris Bueller got rained out, to play in the Wrigley Park, which I think is called Gallagher Way.
We went to that,
yeah.
And we got turned away because there were so many people. We couldn't even get in to watch
really?
it. Yeah, and we live in Wrigleyville. We're a few streets down from Wrigley Field.
You went to see Rookie of the Year?
We went to go see Rookie
there.
of the Year, and the place was packed.
I was there.
Holy crap. I didn't realize you were there.
Yeah, Music Box Theater was sponsoring that first slew of movies, and I was there introducing it. Speaking of movies and other things, not really Chicago-based, but sort of my brain is spinning. Outside of Zeroville, I have another film called Adverse, starring Mickey Rourke, Penelope Ann Miller, Lou Diamond Phillips, Sean Astin, Matt Ryan, who's here at Wizard World this weekend, is in it. Sam Levine, who's my neighbor, is also in it.
Sam Levine standing right there eating a pretzel.
Chicago pretzel. You should really have a Chicago dog. I've already had 2 today. With all the fictions. I'm sorry, this interview's over.
I'm a ketchup fan.
You can't put ketchup on a hot dog.
What can't I put ketchup on?
Because we're in Chicago.
What, French fries?
You do whatever you want to your fries. You can't put ketchup on a dog.
So I've heard.
How does he not know this?
You know what? I'm a ketchup fan. I'm going to my grave eating ketchup. But
you better not mention that in front of the wrong people.
We do have to wrap it up, but I wanted to just mention to you, you did one of my favorite tweets almost of all time. In 2016, when the Cubs won the World Series, you took to social media and posted that iconic picture of Henry Rowan Gardner holding up his hand in the air with the World Series ring on.
Which was Tim Stoddard's 1983 Orioles ring in the movie. But still, just the same.
Well,
it represented the last time the Cubs won the World Series.
Yeah. Where were you? Where were you sitting when the Cubs won the World Series? And does it hold a special place in your heart, seeing the Cubs win the World Series?
Yeah, I flew out just to go to Game 4 at Wrigley because I wanted to see the Cubs in the series at Wrigley. They, of course, lost that game. So when I was flying home, I was checking the stats over the Wi-Fi, and they won. So then I got superstitious. So I checked the stats of games 6 and 7, but couldn't turn on the television.
What the hell? That is superstitious.
Because I turned on the TV, and then they got it out, and I was off. And
Yep.
I just recorded it and then checked the stats online, and then they won. And then I turned it on and watched the last 20 minutes
It's
of the
like
game.
Moneyball all over again.
You got to have your superstitions, and apparently that was my sacrifice to help the Cubs win the World
Everybody
Series.
in Chicago really appreciates it, Tom. Thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us. We really, really appreciate it. Find Tom here at Wizard World all weekend long? You're here all
weekend long, yeah. Playing the entertainment stage tonight and on Saturday. Then I have a free show at Beerhead in Wrigleyville on Saturday night.
Come out to Beerhead. See your band play. Free show.
Yeah.
Saturday night in Wrigleyville. So thanks a lot, Tom. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Stick around for more Wizard World coverage all weekend long. Have a great time.
Right on. Thank you, Chuck.